Over to Africa, where at least 150 people are dead after flash floods swept through the town of Mokwa in Nigeria's Niger state. Torrential rains have destroyed over 250 homes and swept away 2 bridges. Emergency teams continue to search for bodies, some found nearly 10 kilometers away. More than 3,000 people have been displaced by this, and over 120 people remain in hospitals, while some more than 100 are still missing. Officials warn the death toll could also rise. The flooding highlights growing climate extremes and poor infrastructure. Authorities say the region urgently needs flood control measures to prevent further disaster. We stay in Africa once again. Anti-aircraft missiles fired over Sudan's wartime capital, Port Sudan, as drones flew over the city, according to eyewitnesses. The strikes mark a resumption of drone attacks blamed on the Rapid Support Forces, targeting infrastructure including power stations and fuel depots. Port Sudan, the seat of the army-backed government, has been a critical hub for aid and government operations since the conflict began in April 2023. The war has killed tens of thousands of displaced millions and led to what the United Nations calls the world's worst hunger and displacement crisis. We move back over to the Indo-Pacific, where South Korea's presidential candidates have held large rallies today. This comes just days before the June 3rd elections. Liberal candidate Lee Jae-myung held his rally in his hometown of Andong, drawing a big crowd. He promised to boost development in regions outside Seoul and offer more support to non-capital areas. Lee spoke with confidence, urging voters to choose a future of balanced growth across the country. Due to a stabbing attack earlier this year, Lee campaigns with high security, wearing a bulletproof vest and urging bulletproof shields on stage. His conservative rival, Kim Moon-soo, who represents the People Power Party, held a rally in Sumwon, near Seoul. Kim criticised Lee's security measures and warned against a dictatorship and urged voters to stop him. Early voting has already seen a nearly 35% of voters cast their ballots. The election is set to end a months-long political turmoil in South Korea. Turkish police have arrested 87 people in Istanbul. The arrest took place during a protest marking 12 years since the Gezi Park demonstrations. Police blocked access to Taksim Square. Protesters gathered near Beyoğlu, chanting slogans and holding banners that read "Resistance everywhere." This comes amid a wider crackdown on opposition voices. Authorities launched a 5th round of detentions against opposition party members. Detention orders were issued for dozens, including mayors and city officials from the Republican People's Party. The move follows the March arrest of Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu. He's been jailed on corruption and terror charges, which he denies. İmamoğlu says the charges are political, and rights groups and the UN have raised their concerns over the arrests. The government denies interference and says the judiciary acts independently. We move over to the United States, where Elon Musk has denied a report that he used ketamine and other drugs extensively last year on the 2024 campaign trail. A New York Times report said that the billionaire advisor to the president used so much ketamine that he developed bladder problems. In response, while posting on X, Musk said, "To be clear, I am not taking drugs. The New York Times was lying." His post further read that he tried prescription ketamine a few years ago but hasn't taken it since then. Meanwhile, at an Oval Office meeting where Elon Musk formally ended his role at Doge, he was spotted with a noticeable black eye, which sparked viral theories about his drug use as well. Musk has previously admitted to taking ketamine, saying he was prescribed it to treat a negative frame of mind, suggesting his use of drugs benefited his work. President Nayib Bukele has seen been El Salvador's president for 6 years. He's being praised for reducing gang violence. Over 87,000 people have been arrested under his security crackdown. Many were arrested due without process. Human rights groups warn this shows growing authoritarianism. Critics say Bukele targets journalists, civil society and opponents. Lawyer Ruth Lopez was recently arrested. A new law taxes foreign NGO funding. Despite this, Bukele remains a popular leader. He won re-election even though his constitution banned a second term. Some Salvadorians feel safer, others fear state abuse. Reports say Bukele once negotiated with gangs, but denies this. President Trump support Bukele's policies. In April, they hope to hold Venezuelan deportees in El Salvador's mega prison. Bukele's iron fist rule divides the country. Well, that's all we have time for, and we will continue to bring you more news updates from around the world.